Okay, guys, we're going to do our test review now for Chapter 2 in the Green Book, our rational number operations. So let's go ahead and get started. A lot of this we've already done. So, you can look at some of our other videos that we've already done. So, in the integers, we have Mr. Tate's rules for integers. You can get that off of Tater Tot Academy also if you just look through. Another one that I didn't put up here, but you can do the order of operations one. That'll include the same basic types of things. So you can go into those videos. That'll help you with those two sections. No reason for me to go ahead and redo all of that again since we've already done that section. So go ahead and take a look at Mr. Tate's rules for integers and then order of operations. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So just a quick review on how we use our integers. 3 times -2. Well, if we think of the rules when we're multiplying or dividing, if the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. These signs are different, so it is negative. 3 times 2 is 6. On number 2, -4 minus 3. Well, this is two negative numbers, a -4 and a -3. And we know when we are combining numbers, meaning adding or subtracting, that we keep the sign, so the sign being negative, and we add. So 4 and 3 is 7. So we come up with -7. Next one is 7 minus 10. Or I have a +7 and a -10. So here when I'm combining numbers, my signs are different. When the signs are different, we keep the sign of the larger. Well, -10 is larger than 7 is the larger number. 10 is bigger than 7, so that is negative. And the difference between 10 and 7 is 3. So 7 minus 10 is -3. That slash mark on my next one means divided by. So whenever I multiply or divide, if the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. And here I have -3 divided by -6. Signs are the same, so I have a positive. And 3 divided by 6 would be 1/2. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so we have add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions is also our next part. Well, videos on here already for this that will help you. So they might not be labeled Chapter 2 review, but we have multiply and divide fractions. And then we have fractions, add, subtract, multiply, and divide mixed fractions. So you can find everything you need between these two review videos, and that will help you a lot. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, did I already answer this question? Oh, that would not be good. Sorry about that, guys. You know what I've done? I added stuff in already, and I didn't mean to. So the rest of our chapter is just us looking at, and sorry about that thing there. That was a little boo-boo I had there. I had a whole nother class teaching time there. So we should be able to work with our mixed numbers. So I'm going to put a mixed number problem up here. So if I have 3 and 1/3 minus 2 and 4/5, let's go ahead and go through how to do this. So first, I stack. Put the bigger number on top. So the bigger number is 3 and 1/3. My smaller number is 2 and 4/5. Perfect. Next, I need to see am I adding or subtracting these. Well, I have signs that are different, so when the signs are different, I subtract and I keep the sign of the larger. Well, the larger one is positive, so I'll put a positive. Now I need to turn these into common denominators. Common denominator out of 3 and 5 would be 15. So 5 to get to 15 is times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Sorry about that little mark there. 3 into 15 is 5 times 1 is 5. So I made 1/3 and 5/15 are equivalent fractions, and 4/5 and 12/15 are equivalent fractions. Well, as I look at this, I cannot take 12 away from 5. So I can't take 12/15 away from 5/15. So I need to borrow from the 3 and make this a 2. And I would give this 15/15 because 15/15 is equivalent to 1. And I took the 1 away from 3. So I have the 2. And I have the 15/15, and you add those together, and I have the number 3. Let me change colors for a second. So I'll add the 15/15 to the 5/15 to give me 20/15. And now I can say 20/15 minus 12/15 is 8/15. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So my final answer is positive 8/15. So if on my next one, I want to think about a word problem here. And if I have scored 300 points on a video game, so yes, we're playing video games right now, and I've scored 300 points on a video game, and my friend has scored negative 230. So me, oh, I can't even spell me. Whew, that's not a good thing. There, me. I've scored 300 points on my video game. And my friend, he has scored negative 235. Well, I want to find out how much more I have scored than my friend. Well, then I'll go ahead and start, and I'll say 300. And if I want to find out how much more, that's a subtraction. So I'll subtract what my friend's score is. So I'm finding the difference, 235. You know, I've talked to you many times about we don't want to keep double signs, so let's go ahead and do this. If I have double signs and the signs are the same, that'll be positive. So we have 300 plus 235, or a total of 535. So I have scored 535 more points than my friend has. Let's go and look at another type of word problem. So I'm on a submarine, and I sink 300 feet. Well, if I'm going to descend or sink or dive 300 feet, that means I lost 300 feet. So I'd be 300 feet below sea level, or negative 300 feet. If now I had to dodge and I rose 75 feet, if I rose or I came back up, then I'll be plus 75 feet. And I'll look at these and I'll do the math on that. And I'll say, okay, well, I was negative 300 and I went up 75. Well, I'm going to find the difference between the two of them. I'm going to find the sum of these two still. So I said that backwards. I'm still going to add them together. But I got to look and see what it is. One is a positive and one is a negative. So my bigger number is negative, and my difference now is 225 feet. If my boat wants to dive another 130 feet, dive, go down, that means I am going deeper into the ocean. I am subtracting away another 130 feet. Signs are the same. I keep the sign, and I add. So at this point, I would be negative 355 feet, or 355 feet below sea level. Let's go through that whole problem in the thought process. So we were in our submarine at sea level, and we dove 300 feet. We had to come back up 75 feet along our travels, and then we dove another 130 feet. So where are we now? That would be my problem. Well, so I went to negative 300 feet because I dove 300. Then I rose back up 75. That's plus 75. And that put me at 225 feet below sea level. And then I dove another 130 feet. That gave me 355 feet below sea level, or negative 355. Last kind of problem like this I'd like you to look at is a rate of change. So if I have 200 cookies, yes, I'm hungry. I have 200 cookies. And I eat 3 cookies an hour for the next 6 hours. How many cookies will I have in 6 hours? Well, I have 200 cookies, and every hour, my phone rang. Had to go answer the phone. Sorry about that. So let's go back. So I have 200 cookies, and every hour I eat 3 cookies. How many cookies will I have left after 6 hours? Well, every hour I have negative 3 cookies. Because if I eat 3, that means I am taking away 3. I am losing 3, so my number would be negative 3. Well, I did that for 6 hours. So I can just say my negative 3 times 6. So I ate a total of 18 cookies gone. 18 cookies in belly. Okay, so if I have 18 cookies in my belly now, I've lost 18 cookies. Well, I started with 200. So let me go 200 minus the 18 cookies that ended up in my belly. And I do that math out, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. 200? What am I doing? Crazy numbers here today. 182 cookies left. not in my belly because it kind of looks like I went there, but I went just below it. So I have 182 cookies left. So rate of change is, I see how long that's been happening. I knew I had -3 cookies because I ate 3. That means I lost 3. They're not with me anymore. And I did that for 6 hours, so I still have 182. Got enough for a couple more days. That's it for today. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much. Good luck on your test.